Welcome to the NBA Now by Chat Sports, where we are here on day 4 of NBA Free Agency. I am Nick Roloff. We have a lot to talk about because DeMar DeRozan, what's the latest update on the 6-time NBA All-Star as he is the best free agent available? Buddy Hield sign and trade. The details aren't official, but we will talk about how that is almost done. And then the top NBA free agents still available to sign at the end of today's show as well. Buckle up because we got a good show coming on deck. We'll start with this because this also happened earlier today. LeBron James this morning agreed to a 2-year, $104 million max deal to return to the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources tell ESPN. It includes a player option and no trade clause. That player option is for next season, obviously. But the reason why I want to bring this up is not to actually talk about the LeBron James news. But the ramifications for DeMar DeRozan. Because the Lakers and Heat have been the two teams mentioned the most in pursuit of the services of DeRozan. But that deal puts the Lakers, at least as we are currently standing and filming this video, at the second apron of the luxury tax, which makes it impossible to add DeMar DeRozan to their roster. So in order for them to be able to get DeMar, they would have to shed a lot of contracts or have DeMar sign the vet min. It's been reported he doesn't want to do that. So if the Lakers want to give him a serious contract that he's deserving, like 18, 19 mil for one season, they have to lose quite a bit in their salary book. Here is Jovan Buha of The Athletic breaking down the latest on DeMar DeRozan, saying that the Lakers have now turned their attention, this is coming after the LeBron James extension, by the way, to DeMar DeRozan. Though the Miami Heat are currently viewed as the slight favorites to land the 15-year veteran and 6-time All-Star, according to league sources. So you heard it there first. The teams that we mentioned have been pursuing DeMar DeRozan the most have been the Heat and Lakers. And the Heat are viewed as the favorites, according to the sources that Jovan Buha had. And DeMar DeRozan is a very fascinating player because he ages like wine here. He's just gotten better and better as his career has really gone. And after he got moved off from Toronto, people really wrote him off. I'll put my hand in the air. Like, I thought his career was probably going to end and he was just going to play for these mediocre teams, chase bags, and really never be anything. Now, technically, he has just played for mediocre teams in San Antonio and Chicago, but you see the numbers on screen. He has not been mediocre. He's been one of the best scorers in the NBA, scoring at all 3 levels, improving that 3-point game that has always hurt him in the past, and he has been one of the best, if not the best, fourth quarter player. He has been consistently clutch for the Chicago Bulls. And these are the 3 teams that have been connected to DeRozan the most. We've already talked about the Lakers and Heat, but Mark Spears has reported that the Sacramento Kings have showcased interest in DeRozan. They are another team that have cap issues, though, and would need to probably clear some money in order to sign DeRozan to like a 1-year, $18, $20 million deal, which is what I'm forecasting he wants. I don't think he wants 25, 30 mil on one season. But he's just not going to take the mid-level exception for a non-taxpayer at 12.8. That's too little for DeMar. He's going to want something more than that. So it's really a question of if DeRozan wants to get his money, which it's been reported he doesn't want to take less than that 12.8 non-taxpayer mid-level, what team here is going to be the first team to make a move to shed salary, which would allow them to sign DeRozan in NBA free agency? That's the biggest question on the DeRozan sweepstakes thus far, which brings me to this question for you guys watching at home. Which team will sign DeMar DeRozan in NBA free agency? I'd probably be willing to bet it's one of the 3 teams we just showed on screen, but maybe there's a dark horse out there like the 76ers or the Memphis Grizzlies. You let me know what team you believe DeRozan will end up signing with. Let's transition into a move that happened late last night that is yet to become official. Buddy Hield, as Shams Charania had the first report. Golden State Warriors are in serious talks on a sign and trade to acquire Buddy Hield. Warriors and 76ers have been deep into discussions, working to finalize the deal for one of the NBA's best 3-point shooters. But as you see at the end of that tweet and post, and we're filming this live and putting this out right after, the deal has still yet to be finalized, which means the team has not agreed on terms, or Buddy Hield and Golden State have not agreed to a contract. I think it's the former there, and it's really the 76ers and Warriors hashing out what is going between the two teams, because if Shams and the rest of the NBA is reporting there is a deal between Hield and Golden State, that probably means they have agreed to a number and a year. But the question is, what is going to happen and who is going back and forth? Well, Jake Fisher, who he has his moments, had this to say this morning. Now, it's still not official, but he kind of said that sounds like it will be going into the Warriors trade player exception, and the Sixers are going to net 1 second-round pick or just multiple second-round picks via draft capital. It'll be fascinating to see what the deal ends up being, but let's just look at the fit here now, because I love Buddy Hield's fit in Golden State. I do. They obviously lost Klay Thompson on Monday afternoon as he went to the Dallas Mavericks. That's not technically official either, but it is going to get done in that sign and trade as well. I think Buddy Hield is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Like, it's hard to say that because he did kind of decline this past season, but I would label him as a top 10 three-point shooter in the NBA. And since he's entered the league personally out of Oklahoma in 2017, he has been a top 5 shooter in the NBA. He is just consistently one of the best efficient three-point shooters in terms of his efficiency matching his volume. I think he is a great addition to Golden State. I don't know if he'll start at the 2 next to Steph Curry. I don't know if he'll come off the bench and they'll go with Podziemski or D'Anthony and Melton in that starting lineup. But all I know is that he could have the same impact offensively that Klay Thompson has had. He is not better than Klay Thompson when Klay was at his peak. But as we're talking about current forms, Buddy Hield in 2024 or Klay Thompson in 2024, I seriously think there is a case to be made that Buddy Hield could have a better impact on Golden State than Klay Thompson would have. It's a hot take, but I do think it is possible. And I'm getting this news here, by the way, as we're filming this live and putting this out. Taurean Prince signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. I know we're talking about Golden State, but we do everything around here. That's a big-time addition to the Bucks, and stay tuned for more up on that. But let's continue the conversation and finalize the Golden State Warriors discussion, because they have been stacking moves. D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield. These are 3 high-level role players to help bolster this overall rotation. There's also been a massive rumor out there that they are interested in all-in on Lauri Markkanen. Now, these role players aren't going to be in one of those trades, but could they be gearing up to build a really good role-playing lineup around Steph Curry and Lauri Markkanen and Draymond Green? They could be. A big move may be coming for Golden State, and we'll keep you up to date on that, which is why you need to be subscribed to the channel, because we have had you covered on every move in free agency, and we will continue to have you updated with every move made in the trade market as well as free agency. So hit that sub button and turn on those notifications. Top free agents still available. Taurean Prince was on this list, but he is no longer, as he is joining the Milwaukee Bucks. DeRozan's still the top guy. Tyus Jones, Caleb Martin, Gary Trent Jr., and Sadiq Bey clear out the top 5. Interesting to see where Tyus Jones goes. There's a lot of buzz about if he signs elsewhere, it will be a sign-in trade with Washington, one of the best assist-to-turnover ratio point guards in NBA history. I'll be intrigued to see where Tyus ends up going. Next 5 here, Malik Beasley, Miles Bridges, Precious Achiuwa, Gordon Hayward, and Haywood Highsmith. Highsmith has been drawing interest from a lot of contenders, including the Los Angeles Clippers and Philadelphia 76ers. Bridges, intriguing name that I don't think should be in the NBA, but he is, and the Clippers allegedly have a lot of interest in him as well. Predict the future for me. Taurean Prince signed while we were filming this video, so that will be something that people might say in the comments. But who's going to be the next free agent to sign after Taurean Prince signed with the Milwaukee Bucks? Let us know and get a name down below. Also, make sure you're giving me a follow on Twitter at Nick_Roloff, because we are going to be breaking down the latest around the NBA on my Twitter and social media. So if you want more NBA content, my Twitter is the best place to do so. If you have any questions as well, shoot me a DM, because I'm not afraid to answer.